Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel English Literature. Today we are going to read a heartbreaking poem by William Blake, that is Chimney Sweeper. The Chimney Sweeper is same poem in both of his books, that Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. Today's Chimney Sweeper is from Songs of Innocence. The practice of selling small boys as chimney sweeper, because they are small, they are tiny, they can enter the flues of towns, so they are perfect for sweeping the chimneys. Can you see these two images? This is from the Songs of Innocence. It is colorful, glossy, and this one is from Songs of Experience. So today we are going to talk about this poem, and this chimney sweeper poem we will talk later. Now, this poem, they are called also climbing boys. These chimney sweepers are also called climbing boys. Why? Because they climb the tubes, they climb the flues, they climb the chimneys. And it is a common scenario of Blake's London. We have read Blake's London. Go through the folder of William Blake in my playlist, then there you will find all the poems discussed on Blake. And that in that poem, London, we have read that the mind forged miracles. Now the boys are sold and traded by their parents just for 20 to 30 shillings. And they are trained under an adult sweeper. So they are not born as sweeper. So they have to be trained. And very few of them used to survive. It was impossible to survive in that congested working area with suits. Very few of them used to survive, and they usually become deformed by constantly cramping. They have to constantly cramping their growing bodies into the vents that are almost 7 inches square. So you can imagine little boys crawling inside the flues of towns' chimneys, and they are cleaning them, their bodies cramping inside the tube. Can you imagine the scene? So they developed certain diseases. They developed diseases like soot wart. It is known as soot wart. It is also called scrotal cancer or chimney sweeper's cancer. It is also called scrotal cancer or chimney sweeper's cancer. They died very early, and this cancer, soot wart or just scrotal cancer, this type of cancer was first diagnosed by Percival Pott. This type of cancer was first diagnosed by, okay, we am going to the next slide. Percival Pott in 1775. So this type of scrotal cancer or chimney sweeper's cancer or soot wart was discovered by Percival Pott. Actually not discovered but diagnosed by Percival Pott in 1775. Now there are two versions of chimney sweeper. One is from Songs of Innocence, that is 1789, and other is from Songs of Experience, that is 1794. So our is from Songs of Innocence. The poem, this poem, from Songs of Innocence, the tone is very sarcastic. The tone is an indictment to the society, but it is told from innocent point of view. That is, it is called Songs of Innocence. And that one, the Songs of Experience, it was set to music in 1965 by Benjamin Britten. So the poem Songs from Songs of Experience that we have not read yet was transformed into music by Benjamin Britten in 1965. There is some information I just gathered here to provide you. Now come to the poem. When my mother died, I was very young. and my father showed me. Yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 weep. So your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. So the speaker is narrating, just like dramatic monologue. He is imagining the listeners. The listeners are the readers. We, the listeners, are here, and he is narrating quite spontaneously his experience of life in an indifferent tone. It is not so much to grieve about. When my mother died, I was very young, and I was so young that I cannot pronounce the word sweep. So I pronounce weep, 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 weep. So this repetitive word, use of word, what does it call? It is called epidexis. It is called epidexis, repetitive word, repetition of same word, weep, 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 weep. And this has two connotations. That word weep denotes that the child is very small. He is so tiny child. He cannot pronounce the word properly. Again, it is the symbol of pain, crying. So your chimneys I sweep. Who this yours? This your exemplifies the presence of the listener. It may be the readers, or he is maybe addressing the owner of the chimneys. So your chimneys I sweep. I sweep your chimneys, and in suit I sleep. So there is the child simplicity is exposed here. He is saying in a very common way, very simple way. And this stanza in suit I sleep, though it is an indictment against the society, even it is told from the point of view of a very simple child. And now there are nothing more to say. The child is the speaker, he is narrating his life, and his mother has died very young. In next, there is little Tom Darcy, who cried when his head, that curled like a lamb's back, was shaved. Now, so I said, the narrator, the speaker, hush Tom, never mind. So he is giving advice to Tom. So you can imagine he is so mature, the mature self. He is mature, he is giving advice to Tom. Tom, don't cry. Please don't cry, and it is very good for you. Why it is good for you? Never mind. For when your head is bare, you know that the suit cannot spoil your white hair. So what is the color of the suit? The suit's color is black, and the suit is in contrast with this whiteness. The blackness of the suit is in contrast with the whiteness. And Tom, who was crying because his hair was removed, I don't know if he is getting any consolation from this speech, but there are some connotation important. Let's see. Lamb. Lamb stands for innocence. Lamb stands for Christ. Lamb stands for innocence. So Tom is the child is like lamb. He stands for innocence. And just like lamb's hair is shaved from his back, and we use that as wool, so also the child's hair is removed. And by the removing part, you can say that his innocence is also removed. By shaving the head, it is saved his innocence. Now you can dominate him. So in next stanza, and so he was quiet. Okay, he get the consolation. And he get quiet. And that very night, what is time? Night. Time for dream or nightmare, whatever it is. As Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack. So this line, thousands of sweepers. So these sweepers are not individual. They are suffering. The suffering sweepers are collection. The collective suffering, you can say. Collective suffering, not individual suffering, but it is collective suffering. There is Dick, Joe, Ned, Jack, Tom, and so many others, who are all of them locked up in coffin of black. So, lots of children are employed as chimney sweeping, and they are locked up in coffins. Coffin stands for coffin is symbol of death. Coffin is symbol of death, of black. This black is also the darkness inside the coffin, and also this black is for the suit. Okay, and they are all going to die because of the health hazards. They are living in a cramping area, they are working in a cramped area. And by came an angel, and then came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins and set them all free. Then down a green plain, leaping, laughing, they ran, and was in a river, and shine in the sun. So this is the time of happiness through dream. Sun means shine in sun, brightness was in a river, cleanliness. So these little children are disallowed of this common privileges of life. These little children are disallowed of the common privileges of life, that is sunlight, that is cleanliness. They are choked and stuffed within the soot of the chimneys. So Tom is visioning a dream of an angel. So it is a kind of utopian illusion on the part of Tom. And there is also the hints that there is also an underlying promise of the heaven. Do hard work here on earth and be obedient to your supervisors and whatever it is, be obedient to church, to religion, to society, and then in heaven you will lie flat and enjoy your life. So that is the tactics of the church or society. So what will happen to the person who are living a luxurious life here? Where are they going? Heaven or hell? These people, these little children who are working hard and suffering and dying, cramping inside the chimneys, choking by the suits, by soot what? So they are going to heaven, and those who people are exploiting them, telling them lies in the name of heaven, what is going to them? What is going to be their fate? I don't know. Number 5. Then naked and white. Then naked. This nakedness again is of innocence, freedom, innocence. And white. So from black world they are going white. All their bags are left behind. So they discard their earthly identities. All their bags left behind. Bags full of the tools, equipments for sweeping the chimneys. They have to carry a huge bag, heavy bag, full of the equipments for cleaning the chimneys. Now they left all their bags. So it is the simple meaning, and there is the connotation that they left their earthly existence. They left all the burden of earthly identities. Two meaning, one is bag full of equipments for sweeping chimneys, and the other is they left their earthly identities. They rise upon clouds and sport in the wind, and the angel told Tom, if he be a good boy, he would have God for his father and never want joy. So this is the hypocrisy of our society and religion. That be a good boy means cleaning the sweet and in respect of your life, you will then be promoted to heaven. So you clean the suit, you die, you get disfigured, you got disease, and then you will be promoted to heaven. What a wonderful idea. If they work hard here on earth, they will be adored in heaven. So this is the preaching of the church. This is the self-interest. This preaching is for the self-interest on the part of the church. The promise of heaven in exchange of here obedient on earth. Now this stone is sarcastic, and this stone is naked with its criticism. But even this poem is in songs of innocence, because whatever it is told by an innocent boy. That is why. And so Tom awake, and we rose in the dark. So Tom awake, and we rose in the dark. Rose in the dark means we come to reality. We rose in the dark means we come to reality. Come to reality. From dream we come to reality, and got with our bags and our brushes to work. So now take your bags and go for your work. Though the morning was cold, it is again reality. There is no more warmth. Tom was happy and warm. So, but Tom is happy because Tom is injected with those ideas that do hard labor here, sacrifice your life, and then in heaven you will be lie down and enjoy a happy life. There will be sunshine, there will be no suit, there will be water to clean your body, whatever food you will get there, just do your job here, then you will be happy. So this kind of wrong notion, this kind of selfish notion is injected in every strata of society. Children are innocent, they are unaware of this hypocrisy of society. And this child labor, the society is broadcasting the child labor system. And so if all they do their duty, they need not fear harm. So they must do the same thing. The promise of heaven in exchange of obedience and hard labor on earth. The same theme, this theme is getting repeated here and again here. So you must work hard in earth, and then you will be happy in heaven. So take inspiration, take motivation from this, and take consolation from this, and do your job, and get died. So this stanza is dream versus reality. Okay. And in the next stanza, in the next poem, that is from Songs of Experience, we will read. That is very short poem. It is almost 6 stanza. That is, I think, 3 stanza. And here you will find this total 6 stanzas, 4 lines each, and rhyme scheme is A, B, B. And so Tom awake, and we rose in the dark, and got with our bags and our brushes to work. The A, dark, work. Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm. B. So if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. B. A, B, B. So this is the rhyme scheme. 6 stanzas, 4 lines each, and the rhyme scheme is A, B. Thank you for staying with me in this hot and humid weather. You can imagine from my face. Okay, goodbye.